Hey Hawks, welcome to your first art studio lesson. So for every lesson, we are going to start with answering these questions. So what are we doing? That's the activity. Why are we doing it? That's the purpose of the activity. And how are we doing it? That's going to be the directions for the activity. So for today, firstly, what are we doing? So the what is, the first thing you're going to do is create or make a new wow work. Step 2 is you're going to fill out an artist statement. And step 3 is you're going to post a video or a picture of both your wow work and your artist statement to a Flipgrid so that I can see it and others in your grade level can see it. Okay, why are we doing it? So the purpose for this lesson is to, first of all, practice the standard, which is critique personal art based on teacher established criteria. So the artist statement is going to give you that criteria to practice critiquing your own personal art. In the real world, we need to learn how to practice our creative and critical thinking skills, which are going to prepare us for whatever future careers or purpose you might have in the world after school. The creative behavior for tab that we're focusing on is reflect. So that is coming from our green word wall in between the windows in our art studio. So how are we doing it? So now we're moving into the directions. So first step you need to do is create a new wow work. So I want you to spend about at least 20 minutes working on something new using materials from your house. So options could be a drawing, a painting, a collage, a mixed media, a sculpture, a weaving, or something made out of clay. And you're just using any materials that you have in your home to create something new that is a wow work. And we know what wow work is from our time with me in the art studio. Step 2 is going to be to go onto the Flipgrid. There is a link where you can print out the artist statement, which looks like this. And you're going to be looking through that and filling out those questions. So it's going to ask you to write your teacher's name and your name at the top. You're going to circle the material or materials that you used for your project. You're going to answer the questions following that section about the artwork that you just created. And those questions start with, there's a sentence starter that starts, my artwork is about, and you'll have a place to say what your artwork is about. I made my artwork because, so that's the purpose of your artwork. And then I made my artwork by, so that is what materials you used and how you use them to create your artwork. So that's step 2. So you're going to print that out and you're going to look at your artwork and fill out the questions on the artist statement about your work. If for some reason you don't have access to a printer, you can take a look at those questions on the computer and then post a video response. Or if you want to write out your own worksheet, you can do that. Step 3 is going to be take a picture or a video that shows or includes both your wow work and your artist statement so that others can see it. And you're going to post that to the Flipgrid. And I will post a link to that on this post. So here's an example. An example is, here's a piece of artwork that I created. So this will be my wow work. And this is my artist statement that goes along with my wow work. So I'm going to read that to you. I said, my name is Casey Bingham. The title of my artwork is Mountain River House. And I went ahead and circled all the materials that I used. I used pencil, crayon, oil pastel, marker, colored pencil, scissors, glue. I did not use paint. I used watercolor, and I did not use ink or clay or other materials. My artwork is about a place where someone lives by the river in the mountains. There's a bunch of rocks by the river and clouds and a sun shining through the mountains. I made my artwork because I saw mountains in my watercolor painting and I wanted to practice drawing and collaging on top of a painting. I made my artwork by painting with watercolors, then I let it dry, Then I cut out my house, clouds, sun, and rocks and glued them down. I also drew a river, grass, mountains, and a fence using oil pastel marker and crayon. So in order to keep these things together, after I'm done posting it to the Flipgrid, I might use a glue stick to kind of glue this to the back of my artwork so that it will always stay together. And so in the future in my life, if I want to get information about what I created, then I can just look on the back. So that is your first lesson, and I can't wait to see what you guys have created. I've really missed being in the art studio with you and watching you go through your creative process and make new things. So I'm really looking forward to checking out what you post on the Flipgrid. I will see you soon.